Well, good morning. It's January the 18th, 10 minutes to 7. Heading away from Oak Creek South campsite this morning. Whoop, Pepperoni's got something. She's sniffing. Gonna have to leave her own little newspaper mark in there. Come on, girl. Put your scent down. Let's go. Come on. It's an early day. There you go. Okay. A little pee and we're gone. Good girl. Birds are up today. We beat the sunshine, so she's just coming around the corner there. I'm coming up. We're listening to birds this morning and carefree and loving life. This is all right. Got my water shoes back on today, my minimal shoes. Feeling pretty good with my feet a little closer to earth. It's a nice feeling. Pepperoni's doing her thing. She said, we're ready for a day. Last night was a bit of a night. I pulled 9 ticks off of Pup's fur there. They're crawling around. I guess we hit a tick area pretty heavy. So they weren't attached to her. They were crawling off her because all of her good anti-tick prevention there is doing its job and they're just running right off her. So unfortunately, they're running on to me. So, killed them and put them out of the tent and dealt with that. We had a good dinner and good meal. And we went to bed. And unfortunately, I had leg cramps for hours and realized I only drank 3.5 liters of water yesterday. That ain't no good. Hot days like that, you really need to have about 5 to 6 liters. Ooh, where are you going? She's on a set something. My goodness. My goodness. So today I'm gonna push for probably 6 liters today is what I'm gonna be drinking. It's gonna be my goal. Get my legs to sleep good tonight and get those cramps to go away. Well, here we're off. Oh, it's about 10:30 and we're in a nice shady walk and we're in here and let me tell you what, we got some big piggies in the area. They have just torn up. We've been on this for a while and it is just torn up like crazy. You gotta step up and down within a foot. How big these holes go down. Right there. There's one. Yeah. There's another one. It's amazing how many wild hogs they got down here. More people need to come down here and do some hunting. Well, this looks like a nice spot to take a rest, pup. Come on. Got some nice little picnic tables, benches. Oh, we got a mailbox. What's going on? Let's set my trek pole right here. Let's see what's going on. Get that invasive species seeds in there. Ooh, this is U.S. mail. This is big stuff. Oh, we got a trail journal. I gotta go. So I'm hoping to get a couple of hogs on camera. We just passed by a couple of them. This area is full. You see the green grass here, they're not touching, but over here, I mean, they're tearing it right up. They're everywhere as far as the eye can see. There's stuff in here that they love. I mean, there's a lot of hogs in here. I never realized how many wild hogs that Florida had until I started hiking this trail. It's amazing. Puppy, you keep seeing the piggies, huh? You gotta find a piggy so we can show them off to everybody. We're gonna work on that. Oh, what's that? Oh, it was a lizard. Just a lizard. What an interesting walk out here. I mean, the ruts, I mean, it's crazy. You'd swear a bulldozer went through here and made a mess. It's everywhere. But we got beautiful sunshine. And we're just loving the day still. What's that, pup? Go see. What is that right there? Oh, it's an old turtle shell. Poor old fella didn't make it, huh? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. You gotta follow the markers. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on, little girl. Come on, little doggy, get along. These are the cows in the pasture. See if I can't get it. There they are, right there. Get a shot over here. Boom. There's all the cows out there. Always got good ag company. Look at all them cows. Good, healthy looking animals. Yeah. Ooh, we got something in the sky. See if I can't get that. There it is. What do we got there? Spread your wings, little fella. Beautiful day out here. Yeah. You coming, old girl? What you doing back there? There you go. Better watch him. There might be a mouse up there. Go see. Up there. See, there's a mouse up there. You better go see him. Yeah, there he goes. You better watch him. So I spent some time making the 200 mark. We just hit 200 on gut hooks, and really proud of this moment. And took us a good 10-15 minutes to collect everything, set it up. So, you know, I really appreciate everybody out there following and giving us the positive remarks. As long as the positivity continues and I can figure out a way to keep getting everything uploaded, I'm going to keep doing this for you all. And I can't wait myself this coming winter and the end of 2020 to watch all this stuff. So we're going to keep hiking.
What's that? What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a nothing. That nothing is scattered all over. Scattered.
All set? Ready? This is a crazy, crazy tree and branch. It's about 60 feet long, and it's about 3 feet off the ground. This thing is insane. Look at it, it just keeps going. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Bent and connected right there. Come around the backside, give you a backside view. Look at that thing. Isn't that crazy? What do you think, puppy? Can you get up there? Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Can you get up? You don't want to get up? Okay, and you won't get up. That is a crazy branch. I want to spend another minute here. This is a nice little spot. Check out. Trees everywhere. Look at this. Look at this thing. That thing is hovering almost like a level board set. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Crazy tree. You come down right here. And look at that, right in the ground. That's Mother Nature for you. She's crazy. Love it. Ooh. Look at this thing. Oh, piggy, piggy. Did you hear him? Oh, there he is. Oink, oink. Doesn't even see us yet. All right. If you remember that nice lady the other day, I asked for a couple rubber bands. Well, I had something in plan for you. Oh yeah. Reaching in the water where everywhere as I go I see 14-foot gators. That doesn't interest me. So I'm going to use pup scoop on the end of my trekking pole. We'll see how this works. We've got a little bit of water right down here, and it's about 4 feet down. And I ain't reaching in there. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. I tell you what, I sure don't mind carrying my trekking poles now. I'm going to be keeping my hands far away from the edges of water. I've heard now 3 stories. People have had their arms, one was completely ripped right off. And the others were beaten up pretty bad. Look at that, that's 2 scoops. Look at it, just as slick as butter. I love my little scoop. That's also Pup's drinking bowl, of course. Look at that, 3 scoops, full liter of water. You ought to love it. Don't have to worry about getting bit by an alligator. What's wrong with that? And over here, I've already got it tested. I'll show you. Look at that. There's my expensive gravity system. A little piece of duct tape on a Sawyer squeeze with the filter just a dripping away. That's my usual. I've only tested it once and it was 8 minutes. Yep, up in just a second. We got water for you. So here's the trick no one will teach you out there. This fitting right here, make sure it's just loose. That way the air from the bottle can come out of that fitting right there. I think I failed to tell everybody that. So this here, and this is just barely snug. You don't got to get them tight because it'll ruin the washer. Right here, just barely snug. And then this one here, you just take that and you keep it cracked loose. I keep it loose on both sides of that, just a little bit so the air from the bottle come out. Water, gravity fed in. Oh, it works good. I'm pretty proud right now. Here we go. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We found us a nice little spot. Look at this, another mailbox. Ooh, look at that. Look at that pretty little bird. U.S. mail in the middle of nowheres. All right, pup, let's get comfy. Got a fire ring, we got everything we need here. Little picnic table to chill down. Guess I'll put my trekking pole right there. And we'll just call it a day. All right, we got 10 minutes to 6, Saturday, January the 18th, 2020. Bumped into 2 other section hikers out here in the Florida Trail. And we're going to chat with them because they're a couple and they're doing their thing. So how long have you two been hiking together? Let's start with that.
We started section hiking on the Appalachian Trail in 2015.
Yeah. In 2015.
In 2015.
In 2015.
Yep,
So it's so 5 years you guys have been hiking together. Right on. And you've done some distance hiking over time together. You really have.
Yep. So we've logged probably in the neighborhood of 1,300 miles now, mostly on the AT, and I think we're around 100 here on the Florida Trail now.
That's impressive. You've done 100 miles on the Florida Trail.
Yes.
And you like it?
I've enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, it's a really different experience, and particularly in making that transition from the AT, the best time to hike here is the hard time to hike everywhere else.
Good point. Now, how do you like share gear? Because you're a couple, you're out there. How do you work your gear?
Sure. So from what we faced, and we've always hiked together as a couple, is the biggest challenge that couples seem to have is pace. Mm-hmm. And when paces are mismatched, there's stress, there's tension. If you feel like you're being pushed to go too fast, you get annoyed. If you feel like you're being held back, you get frustrated. And we've largely handled that. We're already pretty well paced together anyway because she's really tough on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
But we shift weight. So I carry a much larger pack than you normally see among hikers on the trail, and sometimes catch some grief about it. I have an excursion pack, and people go, "Oh."
Well, what's your full load pack?
So it depends, but I tend to have around 45, 50 pounds.
Well, it's the same as me. Yep. So I go up to 65 sometimes with 5-day supply. So you're fine. In
Everybody wants to talk ounces.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
and you use a bear can.
I do. So that always causes a lot of luck. But when we first started our thoughts about why we wanted to hike and what we wanted to do, I'm military.
Yeah.
And
thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for paying taxes.
Yes.
And keep voting.
Yes, sir.
So we figured we wanted to do the Pacific Crest Trail as our first through hike, the year that I retire. And looking at it, we knew that in the Sierra you've got to have a bear canister, and there are some long carries at one time. So I carry a bear canister initially to get used to carrying a bear canister. It's harder. It adds a little bit of extra weight, and there are other things involved with it. So
you're in training, literally.
Every hike is a training hike.
That's awesome.
Through hiking the PCT, and that's why we carry it. But there's some conveniences that come along with it too. It makes a nice seat. You can do laundry in it.
I would never thought of laundry. That's awesome.
It holds water. You can do laundry in it. So there are other opportunities. I think if I was gonna do a hike where a bear canister wasn't required and I was gonna do long distance, I'd probably carry a sack.
Yeah.
But since I'm gonna have to carry it, I figured I'd get used to it.
Very, very, very nice. Now, what do you use for a sleeping tent?
So that's a good point too, right? So I think everybody, when they start dabbling with what they're doing, you're smart. I think you start out with relatively inexpensive gear because you're not going to be happy with what you started with. You have to do some hiking to have an opportunity to learn what works best for you and what features and accessories you want. But the really two pieces of hiking gear that we never changed, we kept our original Walmart cheap stuff.
Awesome.
Is our tent and our trekking poles.
Yeah,
so
the trekking
still
poles.
Just been using the same
5
cheap
years.
Old, so the tent has not changed. The trekking poles have been replaced once. Okay. And I think to have done that many miles on, I think those poles were, what, $16? Something like that, $20 for a pair of poles.
That's awesome.
But as long as they kept working, we didn't see any point in getting rid of them. The tent, we talk about it a lot. We think about it. If we were going to do a through, we'd go ahead and make the leap. But it's rugged, it holds us, and we kept on with it.
And we're not going to cry when it rips for
And that's
If it's
I think that's
lasted
the
this
fear,
long, it's
right?
going to keep
Yep.
lasting.
So that's part of the pain. You buy a $500 tent, and you have to be paranoid about damage to that tent.
Yes.
I have a what did we pay? $40 more or less for that tent,
Yeah.
and we've hiked forever in it. So
Kind of
when
jealous. I
when
think I
goes
paid
down,
$450 for mine.
when it goes down, when it goes down, it goes down.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm down. I'm kind of hoping it'll tear up now, so I can get
Get
something
it
else.
moved.
But it won't die.
Now, how about water? Do you filter water? What
I
do you use?
I do filter. I use a cellular squeeze.
Do you use the large one or the mini?
So we started with the mini and very quickly decided I needed the large. So I think I used the mini for just a couple of hikes before we made the leap. We are due to replace.
Do you gravity feed with your...
So I am right now at this moment gravity feeding.
Oh.
So
Right on.
So I just hung it off of.
He does a similar... I don't know if everybody can see that. I'm going to walk over real quick so everybody can see that. I'll come right back.
Sure.
Because this is almost identical to my system, and I've never seen anybody else use it. So here we go. There he is. He's gravitying right there. He's rocking it. I'm going to share my tricks with him after too. We can compare notes. We're going to come back over.
I do squeeze.
You do squeeze.
I do squeeze, but if I'm someplace where I'm going to be stopped where there's also a water source, then I gravity feed.
Right on.
But if we're en route, then we'll do that. They say your pack looks like your fears.
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably the thing we haven't broken through on yet that we need to is water.
Yeah.
So I carry too much water. I do that regularly, and I really do hate stopping to filter.
Yes.
So I still justify in my mind a little bit carrying a large water carry. But I know that if you start thinking about pounds, and right now I typically carry too much water at once because we will pretty much always carry 2 liters apiece.
Yeah. All
the time. And it's not uncommon for me to go ahead and have an extra 2 liters stuck in my bag that I'll fill, just spread around amongst us, and that's too much, and I know it's too much, but I tend to stay paranoid about that. And a few experiences of cutting it fine and counting on a water source that isn't there
Been there.
kind of reinforces that fear.
Been there for sure.
And particularly when there is a water source, but it's green water in a cow hoof print.
Now I completely failed. So you two do have trail names.
We do. I'm keeper, and this is bait.
And how did you get keeper and bait?
So again, I'm Army. Yeah. So when I had been doing some trail running, and when she first suggested the idea that we go out and hike, I said that's not something that I do for fun. That's something I have to be paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
But she lured me out on the trail with her feminine wiles and introduced me to the idea that there can be fun and diverting things to do on the trail at the tops of mountains.
Are you seeing the dimples, everybody?
so instead of being jail bait, she was my trail bait.
Oh, nice.
So bait.
Right.
For me, I started out tracking, and we've kept doing it. We track our hikes using an application that is called Runkeeper. So Keeper.
Nice. Very, very nice. So you two would encourage other couples to hike together?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
yes.
if I remember right, the best thing you had to overcome was your pace together. And how you resolve that is whoever is going faster carries more weight.
That's it.
That seems pretty simple.
Or I just go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little slower sometimes.
Or fireball.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a little fireball. Don't tell anybody though. Okay. We're going to go with that. You two rock. Thank you. You hike your hike. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
So, of course, it's dark now. And 2 individuals I met, they're heading back to their car. And it's 6:30. And I went to go write down the YouTube turtle and pup for them. Realized I didn't have my marker. And just as I said, my Sharpie rather, they says, "Oh, we saw one right on the trail." So about a half mile back, they've headed out. So I'm going to go back a half mile right now, go get the Sharpie. I don't want to do it in the morning because I'm not smart enough to remember. So here we go. And continue the drama. There's the marker. I found it out in the middle of nowhere. So, okay, now we'll walk back another half mile and go to bed finally. So ends a very full day. I'm
tired, exhausted. We got 16 miles in. We're doing great. Got my Sharpie. I feel so stupid, but you know, bless them for noticing it, regardless if they picked it up or not. I would have never known. I was like, ah, it's gone forever. So I got my Sharpie back and my pen back, and I'm happy now, so that's good. It doesn't take much to make a fool happy out here. It's like, I can't write with anything. I can't leave a note or anything, or mark my bottles, because when you mark a bottle, it doesn't last very long. You gotta keep marking them. But yeah, we're doing good. We're chilling down. 16 miles in today, and we're working out issues with uploading, and got a plan for that in the near future. Hopefully they'll resolve a lot of the issues we got going on. We can post a little faster for everybody. Peace out, and thank you all for all the positive comments you keep on leaving, and really making me feel good out here. Thank you. It makes me give self-worth. So thank you all, and you know who you are. Thank you.